Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Spyrothon 8, where we have Hoagie, who is doing the next run, which is going to be Spyro 3 Any Percent for Spyro Reignited Trilogy, commentated by no other than SirBorris himself. What is up? How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Things have been looking good. I enjoyed all the runs, especially that one, right? That just happened. Incredible run.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to be able to blow everyone's mind in the same way with this upcoming Any Percent run.
It will be mind blowing, yeah, for sure.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear. Well,
One
best of
way
luck
or
on the
another.
run,
Thank you.
and when you're ready.
All right, it'll be very easy. I'll count you into it. First things first, though. What's going on, Hoagie Nation? It's currently August 21st, 2022. And if you could believe it, it's an SRT run again. We're going to go on go as opposed to any other number. And as far as kit's concerned, this is not a drill. Hoo ha ha. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, as the lovely voice said before, I am joined by SirBorris.
Hi, that's
Boris, how
me.
you doing?
Hello. I'm doing pretty well. I am not nearly as well dressed as you, but I'm not on camera, so it doesn't really
You
matter.
don't have to be.
No, you look like you're ready for a marathon.
Yeah, well, that's why they paid me the big bucks. That's why they flew me out here.
Yeah.
Right here to Reset City, baby. We're about to go see Amy. But how long has it been since you've dabbled in the Spyro? I know you obviously did the run last time we had the showcase.
Oh, so we're opening up with that, are we? We're going to call it out. I think the last the last time I ran this game would have been that run, actually, in the 80% showcase of Spyrothon back in June. So
Okay, huge. Well, like I said, we're here at Reset City. We're going to do a quick little glide scheme. No bonks. Okay, maybe one bonk. No more bonks.
you're allowed one.
Yeah, I'm allowed the one.
Yeah.
That's kind of the bread and butter of the run for those unfamiliar with SRT, specifically on PC. We do a whole lot of gliding. We get high, we get far, and we do it in style.
You hit hoverless?
Speaking in style, we're going to hit hoverless right here.
There you go.
Whoop!
Like I said, you get one. You get one. It's fine.
A couple hovers, and I'm pretty sure Phoenix can fix it in post. This probably
We'll go back and edit. Yeah.
Okay, good. But yeah, not much to say about the first level here. It's kind of just a dead sprint to the end. It's kind of the beginner level, a little basic. A couple of I like to call them like grandfather Easter eggs. Like at Easter when they'd have to hide the eggs for the kids, and your grandpa was just like, well, I'll just throw it on the ground because he doesn't want to put any effort into actually hiding them. It's a little like that. We get a few freebies. It feels so weird not to split.
I know you're a resident splitter, aren't you? You like manual splits.
I'm a manual splitting dude.
I think these easy levels early on are quite important, right? I mean, you're here for a marathon. You got to warm up. You got to get yourself in before Cloud Spires ruins you.
I have been talking a lot of trash here recently. No Bianca today. But the fact is that most runs just live and die by these first two splits. The first one went pretty well. There were some embarrassing bonks, but hopefully no one remembers. Which means that Cloud Spires here is probably going to be a problem. Like I was saying before about our beautiful glides, we're going to hit a quick one right there, and you thought, wow, that's pretty cool. You almost just gone to the end of the level. You ain't seen nothing yet. Check this out. Whoop! 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 And we did it.
Oh, he's slick with it. Those wall glides are harder than they look. Especially that last one just there. It's very, very easy to fall short of that platform and miss getting up to Claire early. So very nicely done, Hoagie. Not missing that one. No bonks allowed.
Yeah, no, I was a little worried about. There is a pretty sizable pocket that you can hit pretty easily that just makes you auto hover, and is a bad time. Frowns all around. Something that I think a lot of people are gonna pick up on the commentary here. There's a reason I brought Boris in. As you heard, I broke down the trick with just making sound effects. Not even like appropriate onomatopoeia. It's just whoop, and we did it. Isn't that crazy? Boris more of a Spyro genius. He kind of gets how these things work. Shout out to Jake, by the way. Slept on egg.
Oh yeah. If you had the interview before, you'd know that.
Mm-hmm. Which they all did. I saw them.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I'm not vain enough to watch my own interview 3 times.
No, I'm here as the Hoagie translator, realistically. When you hear sounds from Hoagie, I'll do my best to translate and sort of explain what's happening. But yeah, if you hear me chime in,
here
that's fine.
is a bit of a weird egg, mostly because I'm trying to split. You can't actually collect her until homie over there is toasted. He's just gone. And you also have to get like behind her. I used to do this thing where I just like ring around the Rosie and it looked funny and it felt funny. But then I kind of stole from Boris the bonk tech. You just hit the wall and land right there. It's fast. It looks good. Oh!
We did move Hunter a little earlier on in the run just to get him across here and get Coltrane before heading over to our favorite level. No, not our favorite level. I don't know. What is your favorite level, Hoagie? It's probably not Molten Crater. I probably just put
Nobody's favorite level is Molten Crater, by the way. Not because it's a bad level. It's just, the first time we're here, it's a fun little, sprint to the end. There's some pretty interesting movement. But it just gets soured on the second return. No one likes the thieves. I don't know a single person who's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. Time to go see the egg thieves.
No egg thief booty calls.
Now, you do need to go out wide for these gems. I haven't brought it up too much because Boris is here and I don't want to scare him, but some of these gems are not negotiable. You must collect them.
We can agree to disagree there.
I'm just, look at it, little perpy, then come over here, perpy, and then we're off. Little hubby there.
What are you saving up that cash for there, Hoagie? What are you looking for?
Friends mostly. Spyro gets lonely from time to time, and Moneybags is just allowed to enslave people. That's a little messed up. Instead of beating him up, they decided we're not allowed to do that, so we just have to fund his schemes. We have to, pay for... I was going to say 4 friends, but the one guy just kind of shows up at the end. I've never paid for that guy in my life. Realistically, we're looking for 3 buddies here to help us through various levels. They'll get us eggs as well as... I was going to say they'll help us with bosses, but they actually just hinder me more than anything. Think about it. If I could, I would save none of them. I'm sorry.
Friends aren't optional. That's a life lesson for you all.
That's right. You need friends.
At least 3, but no more.
This is actually a pretty interesting level in the run, though, because I think it's the only instance that we go a little ooby in the run. Well, out of bounds.
Right. Yeah, the only level we go out of bounds because it's the only one where it's helpful. Most levels in this game, we do have to run all the way to the end to get the final egg. Right here, we need to unlock Sheila. And we haven't done that yet. We haven't paid Moneybags 300 gems, so we're just going to go ahead and, clip our way out of the wall and meet this kangaroo that we haven't really unlocked yet. But, she's out and about.
She's out and about. And, those who might have been watching earlier might have noticed she's got a new look. All right? She's grown her hair out. She's got, like, a little backpack or something. She hasn't really upped her gameplay. It's a whole lot of just kicking baskets, hoping to get gems out of them. That's how I remember it at the very least. But you are a Sheila connoisseur. I think you've had Sheila as your profile pic for as long as I've known you. So
I had, yeah. No, I changed that off a long time ago now. I've had Sheila for the very, very long time. It's very recognizable, I have to show off that I'm Australian. I can't just tell people.
And kangaroos are from Australia, though.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Our best friends. I actually met Sheila. Sheila's one of my closest buds.
Sorry to hear that, because she's not a friend. Any buzz fight will tell you. We're going to turn around. We're going to grab 10 gems for free. And you might...
Yeah, you're not a Bluto gamer, are you?
I'm definitely not a Bluto gamer. I am this little duck gamer, though. I get them every time. Don't know why. Just feel like I have to. Bluto, I tried once. He's an optional egg. That's the good thing about SRT3 is there's a couple of eggs that are like around the same time frame, just like vary in difficulty. So whatever you're comfortable with. Bluto being one of the more intermediate, like expert eggs, or impossible if I were to be honest, because I tried to hop on that boat once and you can't move it. They don't want to go where you want to. Everyone in Discord say just use D-pad. That's not an answer. The D-pad didn't work either.
Yeah, the controls are a little bit funky up there. It's one of those optional eggs where you're like, if you can go for it, do it, but it's very RNG dependent, and quite frankly, the controls are abysmal. So the preference is always going to be for a more friendly egg.
Mm-hmm. Look, I was a Dino Tunnel gamer until recently. And then I decided to take on subs too, which a lot of people are, intimidated by. I just think it's super funny to be bad at it, so I like having it back.
Yeah, we'll get to subs too a little later in the run, but it's one of those eggs that you can either get it in 20, 25 seconds, or you can spend a minute 30 in there trying to find the subs. So we'll see how Hoagie does. He's got his sweatband on, so I think he's prepared.
I've been practicing for the past 1,200 hours.
Wow, that makes you a professional, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And I've never failed once. Fun fact, I've only played chess once in my life and I won, so... You can see why they called for me to come play this game. A bit of a winner.
You're also pretty good with the fun facts. I'd love to talk about the speedway right now, but there's not really much to say about it, is there? It's just
that's why I had to make up literally anything at the moment. I could talk about how like I could do this like 2 seconds faster, but I'm just not gonna do that because I'll leave that to Surf one day. You know, he's got to explain to me.
A resident IL leader, at least on PC. We've also, Vivi. Vivi's also a very, very prominent IL competitor.
Oh heck yeah!
We'll be able to tell you how to do that slightly better. But no, that was actually pretty good speedway, Hoagie. That was really well done.
Yeah, I didn't have to go back to find any butterflies. I will say, I'm an esports legend, but I've brought an esports commentator so he can commentate mini games like this for me.
I'm just looking for the first shot. Finds it. Finds the rest of the shots.
Skip this one. That's fine. You know, save your
Oh, damn it! I was getting hyped up for it.
Well, I'm just saying things have not gone well. Everyone needs to be very kind to me in the comments. It's not it's all good. But that's Tater, best dragon in the game. Everyone say hello. It's the one time we'll see him. We're not coming back. And we're gonna head back to Cloud Spires because it's a little faster to get back to Sheila that way. We don't have to worry about hitting any extra Bianca skips or nothing.
I can't believe you just tricked me.
Hmm?
I was so ready to go full commentator, but then you...
Yeah, I was too until I missed the rain sheep, and I decided it's only going to get worse from here, but let me just enjoy this.
Of course, no, you're right. We'll come back for subs.
Skateboard, well, no, skateboarding's not really a thing. It's not. You can't really commentate it all that well. Yeah, I think subs is going to be our first bout.
Yeah, sounds good.
That I can think of. Anyways, here's Sheila's. It's mostly just about some crisp jumpies and meeting some cycles. There's a couple neat little tricks. We'll go over them as they come. As you can see here, this is a jump. You press the A button, you get up where you need to go. It's kind of nice. These gems up here, not negotiable.
Oh, absolutely. You don't really buy a 25 gem. Oh, you... Getting those jumps, they're important.
Crisp jumps, I said. If we didn't get the duck, we would get that. Well, we might go back and get him. Probably not. There's another one up ahead. He's good. Fun fact, the meese are kind of difficult. Crisp jumps. Sheila's kind of falling apart right now, but that's all right. You guys want another fun fact? You guys might not know this, but Billy, the mountain goat, actually also has an egg named after him at the end. No one's probably told you that, but it's important to figure out. Usually, I think the intended method is you want to get on top of like the actual mushroom part of these houses, take them down. We're too cool for that, so we're just gonna get a single toe wrapped around a window and just bring that sucker down. Powerful feat. This was the fodder I was talking about. We're grabbing him because our next stop, not a cool dude.
Yeah, the pain train, if you will, the Green Sonic.
The
He's
green?
not a great fight. I mean, Hoagie, tell me that we're going up against what 4 bosses in this run. This is your least favorite, right?
Nope. Used to be.
Oh,
Used to
really?
be. Yep. It's a roller coaster with who you love and hate in this game. Because when I first started out, I loved Spike because he's a very simple boss, and I hated Scorch because coming in casually, it didn't make sense to me. The like manip and all the quick hits and stuff. As it stands now, Spike is the worst by far. Buzz is he's second worst, and then the sorceress, and then at the top is Scorch. He's a homie. He put pants on.
True. He is the only boss that wears clothes.
Mm-hmm. So what's up with that? I'm just saying, look at this guy. If he had like a cute little hat on, we could talk about it, but he doesn't. So we're just gonna.
He had rabbit ears.
He did, but did he really? If we didn't watch.
That's true. Now, how focused do you want to be on this Buzz fight? I can talk to people through.
Oh yeah, no, you can talk. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. Buzz is one of the more sadistic bosses, I would say, in the fact that he. Oh no, Hoagie, not good.
Hey,
He likes
just,
to roll
just
around.
tell the people.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I'll be nice. I'm sorry. He likes to roll around. He has 3 phases. Phase 1, you've just seen there. He just rolls around and sort of jumps, and he's not that harmful. You do want to try and position yourself pretty decently after Buzz rolls around, so he shortens the cycle in which he moves. Hitting him twice into the lava will put him into a second state, which you just saw there. We'll put a big flame ring around him. Beautifully positioned by Hoagie. Very nice. Little quick cycle. And now we're into phase 3, where he'll start sneezing out some flames, and we need to be careful for not only the flame cycle, not only the sneeze, but also the, I'm going to call it the sneeze discharge from his nose there, because it can, just hang around as long as it wants. It just stays.
I obviously was one hit from death there. I didn't want to bring it up. I have never seen the Phantom hit, I don't think.
Yeah?
Personally. I mean, I've seen other people. It's very funny when it happens to them. I don't think it's ever happened to me. Usually Sheila just pushes Buzz into me all the time. Which is not a failure of my own.
You get bullied by the kangaroo, huh?
All the time. She's my least favorite by far. So that's why I had to bring you in to balance it, or this entire run would just be me bashing the kangaroo.
Good thing we won't be seeing Sheila anytime soon. I think for another couple. I don't think we see her until Homeworld 4, if I'm not mistaken. So we got some kangaroo-free gameplay coming up for you.
Shout out to Dave, good guy.
Yeah.
Whoop.
I saw you got some really nice movement on today there. Actually, it's looked pretty nice.
Yeah,
very smooth.
kind of, if you respect Dave, you'll find a way there that feels good. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
I know somebody asked earlier, where's the skateboarding? We're getting there, okay? Something that is worth bringing up, I think, is don't talk to Pablo. Pretty slow at the end of the day. But the other thing is don't die. And then the third thing is we need to not panic. Followed by the fourth thing, which is our leaderboards are... they're split down through loadless timer because not everyone has a super cool computer that just runs through everything. It makes it a bit fair. We do this quick game continue, 3 times in the run?
Probably. It depends on who you ask. I'd say probably 3 to 5.
Okay. We do it 3 times, and it would be really annoying if we just kind of did it to beat the timer instead of beat the game. Good jump there. But I think all 3 that I can think of actually have really practical uses within the run themselves. Like this one, it saves us 5 seconds loadless, but at the same time, it gives us our sparks back, which you saw how Buzz can go, fellow viewers. It's always good to refill, especially if you're going into skateboarding, because you're going to need him to protect your morale.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that jump that Hoagie just did there to get to the end of the level from the start, that's not an easy jump by any means. That's a very, very tight boosted jump. So yeah, that first try is very, very nice. Now we're going to head into the aforementioned skateboarding, and I believe he will be doing a nasty Nork very soon. But we've got to work up to it. Hunter has to make sure we're skilled with the board.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna hit it. Hunter's a good dude. He wants us to, be prepared before we hit any big moves. Will not give us a helmet though.
No.
He's just gonna keep that to himself. I like his pants though. Good on him. I would like to point out, just as like a thing of pride, as you can see, I'm rolling around on a skateboard. There are some people who would come in here on a squid. We call them squid abusers. They actually have no talent. They don't know how to skateboard. Check this nasty North. Free. Oh, free. We did it.
Nice.
This next trick's going to be a little difficult. Basically, Tony Hawk's coming in on this 900 real nice, like, holding on to what I am. And we're good.
Nice.
Grab our boy Alex, and we're heading out, little split ski.
Yeah, you got yourself the orange crush there.
Oh, yeah. Love myself a nice little orange crush. Big REM fan, and by that I mean I know they did that song. But we are going to be schmoving on over to Icy Peak, which probably my favorite level here in the home run. We're going to bonk there. Shout out to Mingus, by the way. I got a question for you because you are obviously very musically talented. You play the saxophone, you play the piano, you
Sure,
sing
yeah.
beautifully, especially in calls before we go live here. Of all the jazz eggs, who's your favorite?
Jazz eggs.
Because you got Mingus and like Miles, little Miles Day.
Oh, I hadn't even put two and two together to connect those. So
yeah.
Yeah, I refuse to comment. But if I had to choose one, I'd say Miles because he's wall glide, hoverless.
Yeah, hoverless is swag. I agree. Oh, we are just walking to our deaths, and by that I mean to the gyms. There is a kind of neat little hover you can do in a corner down there. However, it's gonna cost me a lot of gems, so we're just not gonna do that. Real gamers can.
Yeah,
do
it's also pretty hard.
I was gonna leave that out because most things are hard.
Yeah, it's true. This is a pretty tough game.
Worth going for. And some things that aren't worth going for, as you can see. We didn't even try. Head over to Rees, and we're flying out. I like to go around right so I can grab this little fiver. Little Maynard. We're going to say, hey, what up? Boop! And we messed it up. We were trying to be cool. But I would say my favorite of the musician eggs is definitely Thelonious. He's incredible. In the game, he sucks because I think he's just like a dude who's hanging out in the swamp. Like to get him, you just have to breathe. He's there. But as a musician, little Thelonious Monk, incredible gaming. You guys should all check out Solo Monk. I'm sure it's tearing up the charts in 2022.
After a plug like that, I couldn't imagine why not.
So I was very rude to egg thieves earlier, and I'm still going to be. Mostly because look at this dingus. What's he doing up there? That's a free egg. The second one is usually free, however. Sometimes it's free. We're going to grab Betty, RIP to the GOAT, and we're heading out.
Yeah, you might recognize that strat from OG3 as well, where that red thief is just sitting on the tower. It's consistent across to this game now, but I believe in OG there's actually now a strat where you can kill two of both the thieves at the same time, if I'm not mistaken. So not super consistent anymore, but old strats. If you think back to the old days of OG3, yeah, that's very similar to what used to be on.
He's just going.
Oh, the ankle breaker here.
Not gonna let him do it, I don't think.
No, just a strain.
Hello. Now we're gonna pay 700 for the bird, which is a bit expensive. But honestly, out of all the friends, he might be the least offensive. He's part of the worst boss, but he doesn't really do anything that's bad about that boss. And his level here is actually pretty good because you get to come over here, free 10 gem, already in the top 10 of all levels, I think. Come over here. Little 25 gem, baby. We are rich. However, this makes it a little tight. Tighter than usual. We just gotta get down, put this baby on the pedestal up, and we did it.
Beautiful. Plenty of time.
And we're gonna go for the gamer jump here, which is an incredible move most people sleep on, where you just hop, you dodge this guy, but this guy down here has no idea you're here. The gamer jump confuses him. He will never look. Moving through here, there's actually only like a couple enemies you have to hit to get the hummingbird to progress. It's mostly just these flying dudes that pack quite a punch, as you can see. We're not going to mess around with them. Taking damage is a little cringe, but like I mentioned earlier, we are going to hit a couple quick game continues, this being one of them. We're going to try to do a little fly-in skip, which is where we pause as we hit the portal, and that will just kind of save us time. If not, we kind of have to hang our head in shame and quick game continue once we get there.
Yeah, this is one of the more difficult flying skips in SRT, I would say, mostly because the portal, instead of being horizontal, is... instead of being vertical, it's all horizontal. So it's very, very difficult to do. You can see Hoagie, unfortunately, just pausing a little bit early there. You will need to go in, quit game, continue in the level. And that's just to avoid this black screen of death that you're seeing, or would have just seen. It just stays up for so long.
Yeah, it's so very strange because you're in there, you can move around, but you can't see anything for 4 seconds. You're basically just waiting for it to go away. But if you just quit game continue, you come in and it's good to go.
Now, Hoagie, will you be going for the Sorcerer's Stores flying skip?
No. I'm not gamer, I guess.
Fair enough. I mean, they're fair. You could give it a go. You know, the fans haven't had any flying skips today. You see, so
look, if I look over and chat looks mega cute, I might think about it. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Deal.
Thelonious, let's go. He's the end of level. Of course, I knew that. Hopping over here. Now you gotta be careful because the textures of the top of these trees are actually ridiculous. You can just kind of get caught and not land up top. And then you just go sliding off for whatever reason. But, like, super slow.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Chat's looking pretty cute right now.
Chat is...
I think they want it.
I don't know if they're hard to... We'll see when the time comes, you know? They might be cute now, but like they might be asleep by the time we get there. We're gonna go for some fast pots here. We're gonna try our best not to kill any rabbits.
Oh,
any rabbits? And we're gonna try to collect this egg and shoot this pot at the same. And by that I mean didn't even shoot. Just didn't even shoot. So we're just gonna go back.
Huh?
Yeah, I'd like to think that this is actually a really cool thing to do, is to show up later. Look at that. Like, for revenge, you know? Like,
yeah, catching unaware.
Like a little John Wick action. Bamboo Terrace has got a lot of fun stuff going on. And by that, I mean it's got this wall glide coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta hit the wall glide? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta hit the wall glide. Famously found by everyone but Dylan J. Fox. I even, contributed a little bit. Look at this. Look at that.
Wow, you've gotten pretty good with that.
And basically, just by hitting this, we're going to be hitting the level in reverse. We're going to be accidentally killing that guy, but he gave us a 1-up, so that's what I call a believer.
Good trade deal.
Mm-hmm. We are going to trick this thief into thinking he's smart, but really, he's dumb. Check this move out. All right, we've aggroed him, and he thinks he can jump in front of us. Not the case. We've got fire, bro. Come on. Use your noodle. Speaking of noodle. Well, hold on. I don't know about it. I think maybe we reset up here.
Yeah, you got time in the estimate.
Yeah. Some worlds just aren't worth going to, I don't think. Except World 3 is actually Super Pog, and where most of the run takes place. Whoop! We're gonna grab Dwight, and then we're gonna go say hi to that big dingus I was talking about, the worst boss in the game. Hopefully, you guys don't have to see why, but it is a marathon. I'd love to showcase how dumb this boss is sometimes. We're gonna go
off the Randy Rocks at one point or another.
Oh! Some gems are not negotiable. Now, there are some people, I believe, who ran Spyrothon last time. And they rolled in here with like 403 gems.
Oh, we don't talk about that. And it was 380.
Oh, what the heck? How'd you live?
It was very tight. I mean, your gem count, Spyro 3 in particular has a lot of gems. You can collect it anywhere. You can come in here, optimal gem count's around 420, 430. But you could come in here at 370 and still be okay-ish.
Or
anything lower
498
than
and
that's
feel incredible.
Yeah, you're cashed up, ready to go.
Oh, you know, honestly, had this rock popped out like half a second earlier, could have showed off how dumb he is. But thankfully, we didn't get trolled by the Randy Rocks, which I found out recently is not because they're random, but because it's named after Randall Bobandle.
Yeah, I actually don't know what his name on Twitch is at the moment, but Randy famously has a clip somewhere out there in the ether that has him just getting absolutely destroyed by the randomness of where those rocks can fall. Yeah. You can get caught in a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he ended up on 6. Oh, well, that was unfortunate.
Some things, you know, like I said, this boss is my favorite, and I'm not going to blame it on the bird, all right? The bird tried his best. He's a cool
Sometimes
guy.
you just got to take the L.
Yeah. Very often you have to take the L. I agree. Woo!
But yeah, you can get stuck in this boss fight for a very long time if the boss just decides he doesn't like you and wants you to stay. Looks like we've got a pretty good cycle here.
We're gonna try to run over here so we're in the right place. It wasn't that bad. We get a little early whirly.
Yeah, you got a good one. Yeah.
We're heading off to Evening Lake. This is where all the banger soundtracks are. This is where all the banger tricks are. You're welcome, I guess, for showing you.
Yeah, this runs a privilege, right?
It is. Also, I feel like a lot of gamers are gonna pop. We can't skip Bianca here. We have to see her. So you guys get that for like probably 5 seconds as I fail to mash through.
For the fans?
Yeah, for the fans. Everything I do is for the fans. Listen, we're not gonna do that. We're speed running, and we're going to my actual favorite level in the run. You asked this earlier. It's Frozen Altars. It's just very chill, very cool place. A lot of fun movement. A lot of good gems.
You just got to be careful not to fall off the wall glide coming up. I don't think we've actually talked about wall glides yet in the run, and we've seen a lot of them. Do you want me to go through what they exactly what they are?
Well, I said they're super cool. They make you look good, and you go far and you go high. But you should break it down in a way that makes sense for everyone. I agree.
Yeah, let me give the technical explanation, because there is some comparison between this run and the run that was coming up next, the 149 egg run. Yeah, you keep jumping up, it's fine. So wall glides effectively, you are pushing Spyro's anatomy up against walls that are usually sloped. And on the PC version of Spyro Reignited, that will actually move Spyro up. So it gives Spyro the ability to float up a wall. And we're going to see that right here for this wall glide to go get Jasper. It'll allow us to skip all the way to the end. We didn't see too much upward movement, because this one only needs mostly horizontal. But we will see a few more wall glides coming up soon. You remember Miles right at the start of the game? That was a wall glide. Went straight up the wall all the way to that egg there. So we're going to see a few more of those coming up in the run, but that was a very nice Jasper glide, sir. Not falling down. It's fine.
I could probably teach a class on it, to be honest. Ooh, menuing? I could take a class on menuing, probably.
Look, I shouldn't have used the word anatomy, but I couldn't think of a better word, to be honest. I think it aptly describes what happens.
I don't think you could have thought of a worse word. But that's incredible. That's just kind of the run as it is. Stubby's here. Everyone loves Stubert. Look at him go.
Stubby.
And as I said in my interview that everybody watched, there's like 200 gems in Stubby's room. It's incredible.
He's hoarding. He's a true dragon.
He is. As am I. That's why I get all the gems, because I'm very hungry.
Yeah, of course. You should be entering here on 600, and you have an extra 80. So we'd love to see that.
Very often I like to come in here with a little 666, just because it happens a lot. I don't know why it always lines up like that, but we're super gemmed out today, because I know we got to pay quite a hefty price soon for a friend. That's what we're calling them, a Spyro friend that I feel like not a lot of people like. Not a lot of people enjoy his like one level we do. He's a bit slow. His movement's limited, but what he does do incredibly well is he gives us the chance to play with rockets later. You're not going to want to miss that. The camera. Hello.
Hoagie, are we just ignoring the fact you just picked up noodles?
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. The
Oh.
the goal of this run is to put Tater over.
Of course, Tater needs to be the front foremost.
I feel like Noodles, every single run, people are like, yo, it's Noodles. That's incredible. Let's make an emote about him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
A little bit. But that's all right. Because...
Boom!
Boom. Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. But lucky for you guys, you get to see something not many people do. It's called DLC. If you come through here, you can get about 12 gems and feel horrible about yourself. It only costs you about 30 seconds, but look at how neat this is. They got these little ninja dudes everywhere. And look at Sam! We got up here! Exit area a little faster than running down. These stairs are a little hard to navigate sometimes, but we did it without fail.
A little unfortunate on the Sam skip there. We are actually aiming, similar to OG, to use the bomb to actually get Spyro knocked up onto the egg platform. Unfortunately, missing those. Yeah, we do get to go see the rest of the scenery that the devs actually intended for us to see and worked hard on. So realistically, that one's for you, Toys for Bob.
Shout out. Toys for Hoagie. But yeah, we're going to come down here. This is going to be another time where we hit that quick game continue. It's mostly just to get on cycle because this whale is very jank, as they refer to him in the community. I think that might even be his first name. From what I understand, before they did this in the route, they would just try to, hail a cab, just put their thumb out and have him run over, and he would just spin around for like 30 seconds at a time before letting you in.
Yeah, he's like a true Uber driver. He sees where you need to be picked up, and he'll go around the block a couple of times before he comes to catch you. He's a very janky, which, we wanted to rat out as soon as possible. And, quitting game continuing there actually removes the amount of janky he can perform. There's still a little bit, but not much.
Now, Charmed Ridge is, it's a toughie because it's, one, it's just very difficult. It's tough to rank, though, because it's very rewarding when things go well. But so much can go wrong that you might at first be like, I hate this level.
Definitely the hardest level on the run. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. I mean, even that wall glide there can go wrong and you can fall off the map and have to start all over. There's enemies up ahead that can take you out. There's the Jack and the Beanstalk level, which can glitch out. It can do whatever you want. Whatever you don't want to happen, basically.
Sometimes the ladders don't even want you to turn around on them. It's all good, though, because we got Benji. We grabbed 15 jimmies and we're flying up ahead. Now, we're gonna hit a little Wyatt Earp stuff here. We're gonna, as you can see, trade. You always want to trade. Check your corners, hold them down. That's not gonna hit, I don't think. That's gonna be fine.
Yeah, unfortunate.
We'll grab him later, but ideally you want to take out those two cats, and one just makes the platforming up to this area much easier. The one we missed opens up the gate to the end of level. A little unfortunate we didn't get that, but not the end of the world. And as Boris was saying earlier, we are just playing Jack and the Beanstalk here. It's supposed to be a pretty cerebral puzzle, to understand. Mixing out these mushrooms and flowers to platform your way to the end. Not what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw a couple around. We're just gonna bounce to the end. Also, I feel like
example of that hover height that you can get from certain hovers. We saw it earlier in the Enchanted Towers level. We can see it now here as well in a different sort of form, where we're actually able to get a little bit of extra height in our hovers just by wiggling in the air and hovering at the right time. Get some extra height.
I feel like there's a lot of hate for Jack because of his beady, soulless eyes and his super cool bling, but I think he's awesome. I think he may be one of the best little dudes you help out in the run. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he has something to hide.
And that's what I like about him, he's multi-layered. It's been so long since I missed. We are gonna have to play with these rocks, and by that, we do not want to play with the rocks at all. We're just gonna take this cat out, toast it. This opens up, and we're gonna come on down, victory lap around. You can actually usually charge that guy before he gets big enough and take him out, but do the way we came in. It was a little jank.
Yeah. Look, not a bad Charmed Ridge overall, to be honest. It's a very hard level. Like, you saw just how many things could go wrong, and there's even more that could go wrong that just didn't. So we're always thankful of the stuff that we don't get wrong, rather than the stuff, getting a perfect charmed ridge.
Now, a super cool level where nothing ever goes wrong. Lost Fleet, baby.
Oh, should I get my notes ready?
You are going to have some subs that you're going to have to commentate here in a bit, so I would prepare.
Prepare mentally.
And I'm just going to... A lot of people have problems with this, so I'm going to walk you guys through it. First thing you want to do, this is a pro strat. Just turn your camera away from Ed, all right? He's got bad breath, and it just helps to charge over here. This glide, super easy. No one can mess it up. Thank goodness. I mess it up every run. I'll be transparent with you guys. I was very worried about it.
Honesty is the best policy.
We're just going to blind snipe that. Move on over here. With a nice extended glide over yonder, we're going to grab Chad, a little out of order. And then head to everybody's favorite part of not just the run, but this level. Little subbies.
All right, my body is ready.
Good. I'll just focus. You take them out.
Yeah, no worries. Spyro's going to jump into the submarine, ladies and gentlemen. We have the first round of subs. We're going to be seeing 2 rounds of subs here. This is a 1 versus 6 situation. Spyro's going to try and pre-fire the tunnel. Finds one, looking for the second. Oh, and hits it just on the last rocket. He's moving around for the third, waits for the lock-on, hits that one as well. He's hit 3 for 3. Having a little bit of trouble on the 4th, but not too bad. Does need that lock-on to get it done. And now, 2 remaining subs. The lock-on hits the 5th, and this overall beautiful sub so far. The last sub trying to hide in the tunnel, can't do it. He's going to take the shots, and it lands. Gets the 6th, and that is going to be Ethel. Well done, Hoagie. That was pretty good. I like that. But we're going to see subs too now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on the map too. Counterpick.
Map two. This is the grand final. It's 1v7. This time, the subs will be fighting back, so Hoagie's going to try and do his best. Get some pre-fires off in this tunnel as well. Can he hit 2 for 2 as well? It's he hits 1, not too bad at all. Locks onto the 2nd. And you get that one. Oh, and a nice pre-fire on the 3rd. 4 more to go, and all on the line to try and take out this grand final. Nicely done with the long shot. And now the last 2 subs, they're stuck together. They don't know how to get away, and 1 left, and Hoagie's going to chase him down, having a bit of trouble. Oh my goodness, he shoots away the mine. He almost loses it. But that final rocket just wipes away that mine. We see 7 for 7. Hoagie, I'm scared for you after that one.
That was a doozy, I'll say. I'll give it up. They were an incredible team, but at the end of the day, I was just I executed better. I had a great staff that prepared me for it, and better luck next year. That's all I gotta say. We have so many gems.
Yeah, we're already at 1,000. You just sorry. Goodness. For clarity, for folks watching at home, you need 1,000 gems coming up to actually unlock Bentley, the big Yeti. And between us and Bentley right now, there's 3 eggs and about 120 gems you can collect. Optimally, you want to collect some of them, but Hoagie here.
We gotta find 4 along the way, and I think we have no choice but to pick up like 50.
You just save him some pocket money. It's fine.
That's right. Well, gonna come over here. Everyone, Stewart. Don't get it. He's a little rat. That's it. All I gotta say on that. We are gonna prepare for a very large glide here. Little Hannah glide, as we like to call it. You'll find out why if we make it over there. If not, I'll never tell you. Okay, we figured it out.
Beautiful.
Just because Hannah's over here. Whoop.
Yeah, that one's a toughie as well, and it's the reason we actually play this game on such a low FPS. Hoagie, are you playing on 30 or 36?
I'm a 30 gamer because I'm too lazy to learn otherwise.
Yeah, we do change the FPS value for this game based on the jump height required. Spyro 3 in particular requires much lower FPS just for some of these jumps, and Hannah jump being the main perpetrator of that change. But now we got the big Yeti.
Got our good friend Bentley. The only super cool thing about his level here is there's a pretty tight cycle you can hit. If his brother's not the worst person on the planet, which he often is.
Yeah, Bartholomew likes to he likes to stand in the position he needs to be in, and then you try to talk to him, and he'll say, "Move, I need to get to my spot." He's a bit, object permanence is tough for this little one. That's okay. Oh, you're hitting the early cycle too. Nice fast cycle on the seals.
It's the opposite of get down, Mr. President. Too slow, Mr. President. Whoa!
Oh no.
I've never
This is
seen
so
that
good.
before in my life. Which means we're all seeing it together, Chad. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that, to be honest.
Yeah, and you know what? It's because I'm a cut above. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
I'm gonna hit a second gong. Any gong fans in chat?
Gong gamers, please rise up.
And I think that's the last time we actually see the gong in this game. First and last. All like that. So if you liked gongs, sorry about that.
But also, you're incredibly welcome.
Yeah, we treat the fans here.
This is a pretty hard puzzle you got to put together so that he can hop across. I was going to try not to curse myself, but he's already across. Sometimes he just can't do it. His legs give out and he gets caught between the boxes. Very rare, but not impossible. And now we're going to do a thing that if you've ever watched my stream, this is the part in the stream where I say we're going to go play with rockets, Pog, and have a good time. It's mostly because I'm not thinking, and I'm trying to work up the courage to do this trick, which is Boris's child at the end of the day, so I'll let him explain.
Hey, mate, you got this. But I'll explain it. You got the trick. The guy got the explanation. So what we're going to be heading into now is a little trick called rocket storage. And its main goal is we want to take a green rocket from the arena here. We want to take it out, and we want to take it all the way to Crystal Islands to shoot down the Plane Thief and skip to the end of the level. In doing so, we skip a gem requirement with money bags. We don't have to pay him 1,000 gems for what is effectively a cinder block. The worst purchase in the game by far. It's the same, you're paying for a cinder block versus paying for a Yeti. It's the same price. And to do so, there's a lot going to be happening here.
What a toss.
So, first things first. Bentley has the ability to throw out either green or red rockets. And as we discovered in the last 18 months, I would say, Bentley actually has a pool of these rockets. He has 4 green available and 2 red. First things we want to do is get Bentley to throw out a red rocket so we can collect that. So fingers crossed we can get that. There it is, beautiful. Now we want Bentley to throw out 2 more red rockets, and we're going to leave those on the ground so we can manipulate what rocket Bentley's going to throw at the end of the fight. Unfortunately, Hoagie not getting fantastic luck so far.
The only one that matters is the last one, baby.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. There's another green. The other thing Hoagie's doing, you'll notice, is that he's sitting underneath Scorch and just making him, shooting him as soon as he moves. That's going to force Scorch into this fireball pattern. It's the fastest pattern we can get, and it gets his health down nice and quickly. There's your second red. Beautiful. The manipulation is set up now. Bentley's only going to be able to throw those green rockets. Now comes the hard part. I'm going to be silent for this, and I'll explain it after.
Oh, this sucks.
Bit early,
A
unfortunately.
little bit. Also, did you see that egg?
Yeah, I was just about to say, that egg went like wild.
Just bonked my boy on the head. No wonder he didn't throw it out.
Unfortunate. The timing was there, just a little bit early on the shot. Effectively, what we want to do is every 9 seconds, Bentley's going to be throwing one of these rockets. If he's moving,
So
okay.
I'm not gonna. It's gonna sound like I'm lying. I did do that on purpose. I've discovered you can do that recently. It doesn't help in any way, but it looks so funny. I can't help but not try to headbutt it.
Where was I? Yeah. So every 9 seconds, Bentley's going to throw a rocket. He just threw the 2 reds. So that's a good setup now. He just needs to focus on getting his health down. If he's moving, he'll actually buffer that throw. So we know as soon as Bentley stops moving, we're going to be able to shoot the rocket at the same time and get Bentley to throw the rocket as Scorch dies. In doing so, the board wipe will take place, so all the rockets will disappear, but the one that Bentley threw will remain on the field, and that gives us just enough time at the end of the fight to go and collect it and take it through to another level. So he's going to be trying to do that now. And as soon as you get down to 1 HP, I think he's only got 1 hit left after this. The other thing Hoagie will be doing is also focusing on clearing out green rockets to give himself the maximum amount of chance for a green throw. Hasn't thrown, so as soon as he stops, the rocket will be thrown. Beautiful.
It's in the air. Where's it going, though?
Oh no.
Unfortunately.
Oh no. There's still a chance.
We'll go for it one more time.
Unfortunate. Yeah, give it another try. We've got enough time in our estimate for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have seen just at the end there, Bentley did throw out the green rocket, but it also matters where Bentley throws it. Because if Bentley throws it behind you, you have to try and guess the 50-50 where that rocket landed. And you have so little time at the end of the fight to actually find it. We end up in a situation where it's like, I'll just guess. And, you guess wrong, you don't end up with the rocket. There's a chance you can pick it up on the way to the rocket, but it's quite low. We're going to be seeing a third fight here. I think you've only got 3 attempts in your estimate. After that, we go do Purple Rock, yeah?
Yep, of shame. I think
No
that
question.
is in PRS.
No, it's a very, very difficult trick, and if you watched the interview earlier on in the event, you would have heard that Hoagie did say this was the hardest trick. It's certainly very punishing, because every time you miss it, you have to take this fight over again. It's about 1 minute 20, close to 90 seconds per fight. And missing it, it just does not feel good. But, yeah, we've got another chance now. One more chance to do this.
I
See
have
how we go.
not seen any reds on the field. I don't know what. Oh, well.
There's one
And
winning the water
I
spell base.
will never see it. That's fine. We're going to deal with this. This is going to be a problem. But remember that guy from earlier? He still sucks.
He's still here. He's still vibing.
Okay. All right.
You could still go for it here.
Yeah. As a fire, so we don't. I've been hit. And
Red. That's so unfortunate.
but that's all right. It was a pretty good showcase of all the ways you can mess that up. But that's all right.
I've had some pretty bad history myself with getting rocket storage in marathon runs, so glad to see that carries over to other people, not just me.
That's right. And after I talked so much, dungus about our good pal Spike, it's only fair that I have to go see him. I have to go say sorry. I have to beg him for a purple rock so I can continue the run.
Please, sir, may I have a purple rock?
Please. I actually, no joke, am gonna talk to Bianca. That's not a joke. It's not funny. I thought it would be cool. But on top of that, the reason I switched over to rocket storage is not because of the meaty time save, but rather because I hate Spike that much. I hate going back and talking to him. I hate the Randy rocks, and here we are. I get it, Sergeant Bird. Oh, we already did this. I need one last rodeo, my guy. Just one last train.
Just saddle up, my friend.
And I'm done.
And the reason we couldn't take the red rocket there is, the red rocket just doesn't get stored. The green rocket and the red rocket act very differently. We don't quite know why they act differently, but the red rocket unfortunately just doesn't go with you once you go into the next world, whereas the green rocket, for some ungodly reason, just decides, I'm coming along for the ride. So you do need that green rocket. And yeah, you're right, we did showcase everything you could go wrong. No rocket, green rocket, and red rocket, but the green rocket was, out in Timbuktu.
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead we're going to come back to Spike, that you would have remembered from the fight previously, that these purple rocks drop. He's having a bad time with them still, but that's okay, we got the hit. We're going to try and store one of these. And the good news here is that the purple rocks don't despawn at the end of the fight. So we can pick one up here, and we're not really constrained to time. As soon as Bird drops another purple rock, we can shoot. We don't have to time anything here, so it's a much easier version. It just takes so much longer. Nice. Easy.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Spike for this reason. Oh, we are about to get the BLJ. We got stuck on the crack, so we are going to go flying into the rocket. Yahoo! But the big thing is just trying not to autopilot through there. There's been many runs in the past where I'm just like, oh, purple rock, shoot purple rock. I don't need it.
I don't think your estimate would agree with you on that one.
Well,
I think we'd be a bit tight.
But now we can officially start World 4, which has a lot of interesting tricks. I won't say difficult. I know a lot of people are not fans of Haunted Tomb. I think it's pretty rad.
You see our boy Daniel.
Daniel. That's all you gotta do to get up there. You just gotta acknowledge. You gotta love Daniel like you would any friend. Like we said earlier, you have to have friends.
But we only have 3 in this run. Sheila's not one, I understand.
Sheila's
Okay, I'm with you
definitely not a friend. when you were talking about how the bridge is the worst trade deal in this game, I was like, I cannot disagree with you anymore, bro. 300 gems for that, for free debt. But no, she's fine. She can hang out. I will warn you guys. I am running with the OG soundtrack just because I prefer it. This next world has the worst soundtrack in the series, if I had to guess. I just thought it was an enemy. And then I looked it up on YouTube. It's just part of the track. And you'll see what I'm talking about.
You're about to see also what Rocket Storage would have done. You can see Hoagie has purple rocks. He's just going to start shooting them. He can shoot as many as he wants, and he's going to take down the thief and teleport him to the infinite flight portal, and that will allow him to go to the end of the level. And anyone who's familiar with this level will know that's going to skip that money bag section, and we don't really want to pay 1,000 gems for that bridge. We do, however, lose the purple rock, unfortunately, so we have to go without.
Yeah. We're back to just normal flame. Now, I had a panic attack just for a second because something about that felt weird and I didn't know if I forgot an egg. The answer was I didn't go through the little speedy blue thing. So all's good.
Yeah.
We're going to get everybody we need to. We can even crash the game right here if we want to, but, for safety, we'll just grab her like normal.
Powerful.
If you hop basically between the egg and the portal out, the game just says, I don't think so. I don't think you can do that. And just shuts it down.
I think that's on the developers for putting the egg too close to the portal.
Well, I mean, come on. You did great. Everyone loves the game.
It's just that one little egg.
Yeah. And grab Grace, and then we're going to hit this cool little glide on over here. Grab the last egg. Whoop, it's Manny. Everyone knows that. Heading on out. We're going to go say hi to Daniel. Honestly, Haunted Tombs just got a lot of fun stuff going on. There's a bunch of environmental hazards that are really funny. I know a lot of people find them, very irritating. But anytime I get hit by a falling rock, I'm like, what is wrong? How did that happen?
I'll get past Mike Tyson first.
Mike Tyson and I have been good. I'm a not knock on wood because I don't need to. I'm an athlete. I could
just
say
thank you, Daniel.
Not just thank you. Love you, Daniel.
Oh, okay.
Daniel, what's up? Love you, brother. I'm just gonna hop up on your torch. Okay, that was strange, but we're fine now. Yep, it's that easy.
Oh, nice! Now that Hoagie made that look very, very easy, but torch jump is a notoriously difficult trick. It's a very, very tight angle to jump onto that torch, and to land on just the front right of it after a wall glide, it's very, very small. A very small platform, but you can skip right to the end of the level. That's beautifully done.
Gotta grab Malcolm right there in the middle, and then we're heading on over. Mike Tyson, this guy up here. His name got brought up. Don't know why. He's a bit of a jokester.
Nice.
Grab Christine, and then we're heading over. Is that Mike Tyson? And then just heading through here.
He's everywhere.
If you wait just like a beat, you can just walk through and never get hit by those rocks. Some people are so scared they go around the other way, but I'm gonna leave this up to my good pal Boris. He's got another esports job right here.
Yeah, 1 versus 4. This one's a little bit easier than the submarines. I think Hoagie, we've seen him do pretty well with the vehicles so far. He's just gonna go for a 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock rock. Make his way around the arena and take out all 4 tanks. Beautifully done. Gets MJ, and now on to round 2. That was just the warm-up, there's a lot of warm-ups in this. Now, Hoagie's going to go for some long shots here, and I think we're going to see if he manages to hit them down. Beautiful. First shot lands. Looking for the second. Going to get peeked there. Manages to dodge the shot. Not too bad so far, and he has hit the pre-fires as well. Wow, look at those 3 dying at the same time. 6 left, or 4 left, I should say. 6 down. And look at these shots. Oh, the shots of a professional. It's the last 2. 1, and he's going to turn very, very slowly, because unfortunately we did miss that last one in the back. Just taking some pre-fires there, and you can see he's going to move the tank to try and push the tank around the vase. Oh, taking a bit of a hit there. Not too bad.
Gotta hold your corner.
Not quite a subs, not quite subs energy, but that's okay. Still pretty good. And yes, the answer to the rat riddle was in fact an egg, but I personally prefer Bandicoot or Treasure Chest, one of the 2.
Yeah, I didn't know what a Bandicoot was until I played this game. I still don't. I just know it's the wrong answer.
Yeah, I just know he wears pants.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, the Bandicoot wears pants.
Yeah, I'm a big Crash fan. Everyone knows that. Probably my Mount Rushmore of Crash characters. You gotta have Crash up there. He wears pants, obviously.
Of course. He's
There's
up there with Scorch.
big Crash.
A fake Crash?
No, he's in there too. Now that you mentioned it, yeah, him.
Okay, yeah.
But Big Crash, he's like Crash, but chunky. You know,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crunch, I think is his name. Now that it's come to me, Crunch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. No worries.
And we've been memeing the Bandicoot. I won't tell you my fourth favorite because we got a big little jump here. It's much different than any other glide we do in the run. Whoop. Because it's easy. Because it's so simple.
Yeah. You didn't miss that in practice.
Practice. We talking about practice.
Yeah, that jump is really weird because instead of turning as you're gliding, you have to turn before you start gliding so you get the 90-degree angle and you can wall glide your way to safety and skip the first little section of the level where you go meet the deputy in prison. Oh no, the sheriff, sorry. We don't actually see the deputy in this run.
Ooh.
So-
This guy's handy with the steel, as you saw.
Oh, wow. 007 in the pool.
Gotta hop over the glizzies, you're good to go. Oh, just kidding, there's a second one. And who's this Joker thinking he is? We don't have to go up there, usually I would, but it's pretty slow. Dino Tunnel's not a great time. Jump! Incredible dialogue. I'm just gonna skip on through. For some reason, you are able to just pause his stuff immediately. Usually you have to hear everybody else out, but he just says, jump, and you're good to go.
Yeah. He's a no-nonsense kind of guy. That's why we like it.
That's right. And we've got Desi Ruins up next, which is the return of Sheila, which, you know, we're friends on paper. We're cool, I guess.
All of these eggs we're skipping, by the way, you will be seeing them very, very shortly in the 149 egg run. So if there's any egg that you really want to see that you haven't, you'll be taken through with the lovely Brando music. He's a very talented 149 runner.
For sure. Not to put you on the spot, but what is your favorite egg that we don't see in this run?
Oh, that is a big question because I'm an 80% runner. I don't know any of the other eggs.
That's good. Okay.
So when you say not to put you on the spot, you mean, yeah, put you on the spot.
Yeah. Precise. Okay.
You know, challenge-wise, either the Twin Dragons or the Shark subs. Not the subs, the Manta Ray subs, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Right level for it. It's a bit of a shame, actually, because that egg is actually 80% viable. But the problem is we just have a lot of trouble getting to it. It just takes too long. But the actual mission itself is viable, so I'd love to see that. But we will be seeing that a little bit later. Now, though, kangaroo time. I'm surprised we talked about Crash so early, to be honest, because this is a direct homage to Crash. It's a 2D side-scroller with an Australian character.
That's awesome. Is that why it's like the worst part of the run? No.
Hey, no shade here.
Yeah, look, I'm flaming for no reason. It's actually fine.
Yeah, if you actually check the guidebook when you're playing this game, the names of these eggs actually go back to Crash as well. So it's a confirmed Easter egg.
Yo,
the moon jump.
Oh, you gotta hit the moon jump for the
See
beat.
you later. Yeah, of
We
course.
saw Jeremy
hit
hit an even cooler, kind of like proxy in his run at the end of his level. This can be tight, and by tight I mean I'm dead. I'm dying.
Yeah, that's a nasty scorpion.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Jeremy hits like a really cool thing at the end of his, and I just died instead. So you get a lot of variety here in Spyrothon. Yeah. Waboo! Well-timed jumps. Crisp jumps. It's what I preach, you know.
Yeah.
It's what I practice, as you can see. Shout out to Lester. I love Crash and whatever you did with that. And then, who are you? This is not Pete. This is
Pete. Yeah, it is.
This is Pete. Okay.
Yeah, it is Pete. Yeah. So the names of the dragons aren't those Easter eggs. The name of the eggs in the guidebook.
Oh.
I think Pete actually is specifically a reference to what Spyro was on the way to when he was green, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there.
I'm sorry. He's gonna be Pete the Dragon, my guy.
No. I think there was a copyright issue when he was green.
I bet.
For Pete the Dragon.
I think there might.
I could be
very
just
large green dragon named Pete before him.
Yeah.
I think maybe he can't get away with that one. Anyways, we're back to Molten Predator. Remember how I said it's fine earlier and it kind of stinks now? It's we might see why, or I might be Pog. We'll never know. This thing's gonna break. Sometimes it decides not to for like 8 rockets, and then you're just chilling. But this right here, this is where the run lives and dies. And by that I mean this is where my runs usually die. So we're gonna go say hi to Moira here. Maybe my least favorite egg in the game. I'm a hater.
Man, you really don't like these thieves, huh?
I don't respect them, alright? Oh, as you can see.
Oh, yeah. That's
I don't think they play fair. I think I came to play a nice, clean game, and they're just stealing eggs. For what reason? What do they gain?
Same thing Hunter gains, I think.
Well, Hunter is a strange guy because I don't know if he knows that he's hurting everyone with all of his actions.
I think he's just he's an analogy for toxic friendships.
A little early Ernie make up for it a little bit, and we're gonna head back to desert. You thought we were done. You thought it was Pete, and then we were out, and then whoever the last egg actually is, Nelly. Not the case.
Yeah, no, Billy.
No, not. I mean, here, the one we grabbed.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
pool, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Look, we got a fun fact about Billy. Don't you worry.
Nice hover there for Hoagie to get to the end of level here as well. Most of the end of level areas are blocked off by just 2 high little platforms you're not supposed to get up onto. But again, you can use that wiggle jump just to get anywhere he needs. And well, the FPS helps with the higher jumps.
For sure. When I was learning the game, I actually spent like an hour getting nowhere on that, and I messaged Zik because I was watching his tutorial, and I said, "I just can't do it, brother. This is impossible." And he's like, "Oh yeah, torch jump," and I was like, "What are you talking about? No, this is impossible jump at the end of the level."
Oh, Billy's okay. Good job. You survived.
I have heard that weaker runners before me have crashed there. I built Diffie.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Oh, you gotta go for the flying skip here. Chat's looking pretty cute.
Whoop! I tried.
Oh, unfortunate. You gotta respect the effort.
I am going to be as transparent as I can be with chat. That's the first time I tried ever. I've seen other people. I'm like, well, if I just have gold sparks, what's the point? But yeah, as you can see, we're not going to check estimate because I think we can fix that in post, I'm hoping. But this is the sorceress. We have a crazy relationship. It's usually a roller coaster whether we're on speaking terms. I will say, I'm loving the fire right here. Fire is much faster than the other ones. Okay, we got a ghost who's joining. Please die.
Just like your OG fight, the only difference here is oh, that's unfortunate. The only difference here is that the cannons, the tanks, and the UFOs are all going to drop at the different times. They're not going to drop together. Whereas in OG, you see, you might get a cannon, you might get a tank at the same time. You can switch between the two. It's very set cycles here. It's 2 shots with the cannon, 3 with the tank, and 5 with the UFO. So we just finished phase 1. Go to phase 2. Did we acknowledge the monkey? I don't think we did. I don't think we need
would
to. Yeah.
I don't know that guy's name.
You can see a bit of a fast strat here with the tank. Hoagie's just going to try and bait out an attack and just swing around to get that 3rd shot in. Now we just have the UFO. The time will be on the 5th UFO hit, so keep that in mind, our lovely producers in the background. Then we will be seeing the end of the run very, very shortly. And we'd also can we get the timer edited just for Hoagie's?
I'm crazy.
Oh my goodness, he's going for it. It's very dangerous to jump on the vehicles when the sorceress is attacking, because if you get hit, you will get knocked off, and you'll have to wait for the monkey to drop you another vehicle. So very tough one. Oh, he's playing a very risky game. Nicely done. One more hit, and we're on time. And time. GG's.
And we got George. I was going to say we can let his animation play, but then I stopped that. So we're just not going to do that. When I first saw this, I thought someone put a gun to Spyro's head, so we're gonna skip that. I haven't seen how that one ends, so I don't want to, quite frankly.
He's still alive in the next scene, so I think we're good.
Yeah. But yeah, that was 3 inning, done perfectly, on time. I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone behind the scenes. Spyrothon's been a blast, and they do this just for fun, for their free time, and it's incredible. So big shout out to Phoenix, to Boris even. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, no worries.
It's much easier not to do things than to do them. So just the fact that you showed up, pretty incredible.
Participation order, we take those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you very much, Hoagie, for coming on and showing us 3 Annie. We're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to be seeing... Well, I know it's going to look very familiar, I must admit, but we're going to be seeing a very exciting run. It's going to be 149 egg with brand new music, SRT 3 console run. It's going to be a little bit different too, so make sure you stick around if you want to see the differences between console and PC, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Hey, babe. Where do you think you're going? Why don't you come sit down? We're watching Spyrothon.